Be fearless and enjoy the journey. We tell ourselves that every single morning. And it's because we've learned stuff goes wrong, everything's constantly changing. And today's no different. We've been gifted several thousand trees, which is amazing, and we are massively grateful. But it brings with it its own set of challenges. We've got to get them planted in 48 hours. If we don't, then they'll probably die. Now, the reason for that is we've actually got 7 days worth of work we've got to do making woolly hats for people, and we can't let them down. So we've tried to compress that a little bit down to 5 days. So we've got 2 days to plant the trees, because in 7 days they'll definitely be no good. We're way beyond the end of planting season, so every sort of second counts. But before we can do any of that, we've got to do what we, I suppose, call our morning chores, and that's check on the various animals, so the Highland cows and our flock of sheep, make sure that they've got enough food, they're happy, and then we can start our day, as long as nothing else happens in between those 2 points. So yeah, let's just see what happens. So I'm either going to be planting trees or running around doing something else, trying to get ready to plant trees. So yeah, well, it's going to be one of those days. The morning's planting's gone really well. I've just filled back up with more trees. The weather was amazing this morning and now it's started raining. But you know, that's spring in Scotland for you. Coffee helps as well. A lot of coffee when you wake up, and then every opportunity throughout the day. That's how you stay brave and do that, but it's the only way to do it. So yeah, it's planting this afternoon. There's a very good reason that we get so excited about planting trees. In fact, there are three really great reasons. The first is that they will provide over time shade and shelter for the cattle and our sheep. We don't want to put them in buildings over winter. We want them to be out all year, and it's a great chance for us to do that by creating areas that they can get away from either the sun or the rain that there's loads of, or the wind and the snow. Hedgerows also help with that, so they're being planted. The second reason is, I don't know if you know, or you may or may not know, we make woolly hats, and I'll put a link down below so you can see what that's all about. We can control most elements of the impact we would have on the location around us and the wider world, because everything's made on the homestead and everything's taken care of here. The one thing we can't control is any environmental impact that getting those hats to the various people around the world who are kind enough to sort of buy one. So we thought it'd be great to plant trees for all the hats that we produce, because hopefully those trees will last for hundreds of years and they will cycle through generations of impact and pump out amazing clean oxygen for us to breathe. So that's a great thing. The third reason is we want to encourage flora and fauna back onto the homestead, because it's a bit barren. There aren't any existing hedgerows really, so we're going to put those back in, and that's going to hopefully encourage butterflies and other birds and other creatures, and maybe even a hedgehog. And we've not seen a hedgehog at all since we've been here, which is a real shame. And the trees will do the same thing. So again, what we're doing is creating a home for things that should be here, ground nesting birds that have been decimated by apex predators, which is really, you know, frustrating. So for us, you know, the hedges will actually keep things out that shouldn't be coming in and killing animals on our land. So yeah, that's why we get so excited. It has so many benefits for us, for the animals, from hopefully people around us. It's just, you know, doing it in 48 hours, that's a bit stressful. And I'm sure what worries me is when we pick these up, the people who gifted us said, oh, there'll be more on the way. So that might be even more stressful. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee because the one thing you absolutely need is coffee when you wake up, and then every possible opportunity throughout the day to keep you going. It helps you deal with change, it helps you deal with the calamities that happen, and it tastes great as well. So yeah, on we go.
How do I feel about coffee? Every morning, every afternoon. Can't get enough, which is terrible. Don't do this at home.